I've seen interviews with you before, and you've said that Vince McMahon was a fan of yours. So when did he come out, or did you just hear it
Yeah,
through the
I mean,
grapevine?
dude, at the end, you all saw it. Like, how can I explain, right? Like, I got the cruiserweight title. I had cruiserweight title matches in the main event of Monday Night Raw. I had the microphone and opening segments of Monday Night Raw, and crossover segments and main event segments on television. And then 205 Live was on in the third hour of SmackDown after SmackDown, holding the house, and became a show that was beating NXT in the ratings at the time. 205 Live was, and Brock was very busy with killing it, making money and doing nothing, right? Because that's what fucking everybody's goal should be in this life: make money and do less work. And when Brock was the champion, he wasn't really around much. And I don't know if there was other injuries. I don't really remember like what was going on, but shit, the cruiserweight title was in the main event. It was inserted all over the card, and it was getting advertised in Southeast Asia. You know what I'm saying? I was main eventing matches and semi-main event matches in Singapore and Hong Kong and shit. Like, I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't have answers. Like, I don't know. Like, doesn't that mean that the company likes you, believes in you, or fucking if they give you the microphone every single night with the reality that you could say the wrong thing or curse or go off script, and at that moment, like, so there's certainly chances that I took, bro, that other people probably never took or were afraid to take on the microphone as a character, sticking up for myself. I just don't know, like, where you draw the line on, what works and what doesn't. Sometimes you're just not in the know. There's a lot of people talking, and they ain't talking to me, dog.
Did you, when you're on the main roster, I'm going to bounce back and forth. Dude, I wrote 5 pages of script for you. We're never going to get to
Fuck yeah.
a quarter of the things I've written for you. But did a script writer on your first time on the main roster try and script you? And then,
Oh no, I was so blessed, man. Man, Dusty Rhodes had my back, right? So if Dusty tells Hunter, who then tells Vince, or Dusty tells Vince that this is who he is and this is what he does, and we're going to let him do that, like, give Anthony the mic. Like, Anthony will cut your promo. Like, that's it, right? So that supersedes every writer. That right there. Other people didn't have that luxury, especially now that Dusty's gone. I don't know what you do to get that now. Like, if I'm in NXT right now and I want a microphone every fucking night, I mean, I probably got to get over with Shawn Michaels and hope that he gives me the mic. But back then it was Dusty. So if Dusty wanted me to have a microphone every night, and then that translated to the main roster, meaning I get called up, and the writers who I worked with, Nikki, Ryan Ward, all these guys were fucking amazing, Swakata, and they would hand me an outline, basically. Like this says, how are you? You say, how you doing? So say, how you doing? Like, they were, and other wrestlers, I don't know because I'm not them, but I can understand why people might have had jealousy, why people might have hated on me, because I never wrestled before. I get signed to the WWE immediately. Never wrestled, discovered by Triple H. My first shot out there, I get John Cena in the ring with me. I get the microphone every night thereafter. I get over and I get booked every night. And if you're a guy who's been busting your ass in Ring of Honor, New Japan, on the indies all around the world to try to get this opportunity, and you talk to me and I don't know who Dave Meltzer is, and I never heard of Ring of Honor, you might hate me just because. And I just never looked at life like a pro wrestler. I just looked at it like humanity. Like, are you a good person? Do you deserve, like, look, we can't compare each other to each other. I got in the door how I got in the door. You got in the door how you get in the door. You know how much I respect Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for leaving their house when they were like 15, 16, putting on a pair of tights, paying somebody to teach them how to wrestle, getting ripped off, then paying somebody to kick their ass, and then hopping across the border over and over again to the United States to make $20, $30 to build a name for themselves and make it in this business. The stories I got to hear from people who got where I was mind-blowing. So I had no choice but to work hard in my position. I had to show up first and leave last, which is a part of my story that I guess, like, you don't hear people waste their breath on me, honestly. Like, if you talk to people who actually matter, is there anyone in the company of the WWE who's ever said anything bad about me? Like, I don't think so, dude. If they work for the company and they're there and they're a pro wrestler, they worked with me, like, especially the ones at the beginning, they might dislike me, but they'll be the first ones to tell you I was there at 5:30 in the morning waiting for the boss to open the fucking door every day. So are you going to shit on that guy? You know what I mean? Like, I outworked you. I'm sorry. I showed up before you and I left last. And is it a coincidence that when I showed up on the main roster that people, I just look at it in retrospect and I go, man, there's no such thing as a coincidence. If you work hard, you'll reap the rewards of your hard work. And also, if you start drinking all the time, partying all the time, hanging out with the wrong people, you're going to see that effect of that in your life as well. So, I mean, I get it across the board, but there was a lot of sacrifices made by not just me, but other wrestlers at the beginning of the NXT years that you see the rewards of now. Like, I was there and I saw a lot of those people that are on television now, like Charlotte. Like, holy shit. She's awesome. The what she had to overcome, the adversity, watching, her go through that process of losing her brother and becoming a champion and holding it down in main events that, women have never done before. So I was real lucky to be in a place where there was always people that were motivated to be great. They were around me all over the place.